That's kind of the day for you, Mr. Christo.
Oh, wow.
That's a big ball.
Hey guys, Christo Garcia, My Swing Evolution. I am going to take a moment to do a little breakdown of my golf swing, where it is right now. I've turned the corner on my changes and I am playing some pretty good golf. I'm just having a wonderful time out there. I'm so excited about making the commitment to get better at this point in my swing evolution, and the dividends are starting to pay off. Now, I've got a quick story for you, and I just want to say quickly that I saw something on Twitter the other day. Somebody had written, "A healthy pauper is happier than an ailing king." And that kind of struck me, because it's like, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how powerful you are, if you don't have your health, life can be pretty difficult, and that's a huge reason why I've started MSE Fitness. And I just think that it's really, really, important to have your health. That's the foundation for everything else in our life. And so I was at the golf course the other day. I went straight to the putting and chipping green. I'm actually probably not supposed to chip on the putting green, but I was chipping. And somebody up in the shadows by the clubhouse was like, "Christo, hey, what's going on? And, why don't you, chip the ball lower?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" He's like, "It's Richard." And Richard is a friend of mine that I haven't seen in about a year. Really cool guy. The first time I played with him a couple years ago, I shot 34, and it's so funny because he was pretty impressed with my game that day. And then we played again a few months later, and man, I was in the midst of one of my episodes and I just didn't feel like I could hit the ball at all. But that being said, Richard's a really good golfer. He's a good friend, and he's one of the biggest supporters. I'll tell you, man, what a positive guy. When I don't feel like I have any confidence, Richard gives me confidence. He's just that kind of guy. And so we were out there and we were playing a little putting game, and he ended up sinking a 20-footer to beat me on the putting green. And then two of the past club champions are rolling up in a golf cart. "Hey, you guys want a game?" And so, we're like, "Okay, let's go." And so Richard and I teamed up, and we went out there and we gave him hell. I'll tell you, it was, Richard sank a great putt on the first hole to take the lead, and we never lost it. And then I almost made a hole-in-one on the 8th hole to seal the deal. It was pretty darn cool. But once again, I just want to say, there's two things that I'm trying to make the point about. We have to maintain our health. It's very important for our quality of life. And we also shouldn't be afraid of making a change if we're sure or pretty sure the area that we need to improve upon. So right now, the reason why I went straight to the chipping and putting area is because I'm for a few weeks now, a couple weeks, I feel pretty good about my ball striking. So that being said, the next MSE Intensive is the 28th and 29th of September. This will be the first MSE Intensive where I am teaching the Ben Hogan golf swing. And you know why? Because I've got all the puzzle pieces put together in the right picture now. So that being said, I want to talk about my most recent golf swing, and we'll take a look at it right now. Okay, that was a solid rip, and this is pretty good times, my friends. This is, this camera angle is a little bit in the front, so I'm playing that ball right off the line of my left heel. But this is why I went through the swing changes, and I think it'd be great to take a look at this. I feel really athletic in this little stance right here. Like I am really grounded. I feel like I have heavy feet, and I feel like I'm really going to hit the crap out of this golf ball, and I happen to do that, thank goodness. And so let's watch this right here. So I want to have a wide takeaway, and I do want to get into that right heel. So I think we can see right here, I've got real good width on this takeaway here. Now that being said, I still feel like I'm connected. I haven't gone off the ball too much, but I am turning into that right side. Now I am not trying to swing flat here, but after years of doing this, that's just where my club is going. I feel like I'm reaching higher, but it doesn't look like it. And here I'm just letting this club, set right into my top of the backswing position. Now, at this top of the backswing, there's a lot of things that I like right here. I still have a little bit of flex in my right leg. I think that I could probably straighten it a little bit if I wanted to, or keep it right here. Perfectly fine. While my left knee is kicked in and I've just lifted my left heel, maybe an inch or so, about like Hogan would. Now you can see I've got just a slight cup in my left wrist at the top. And now this is where the big swing changes are coming in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave the club behind me. I'm going to do the rollback and the pump handle. I haven't talked about the pump handle in years, but that's what it feels like when I'm pulling that club, down behind me. It's like I'm pulling on a pump handle. And so this is it right here, this transition. Everything's about the transition for me in my swing evolution. Or, well, I can't say everything, but many of the major things that I've learned have come to me through the transition. So we see me leverage down into the ground. Now the key is I'm not moving my hands and the club out to the ball immediately. I'm letting them settle in, Phase one was me to just keep my arms and shoulders soft so they didn't fire. Now I'm actually holding them back a little bit. And that's what gives me this great lag at this point late in the downswing. Yeah, so right here, I am really in a position to deliver a wallop on this golf ball. So this next picture, we're going to see that I'm going to continue to use my legs, and we're going to see some spirals up my right pant leg. That's exciting for me because I always talk about Mr. Hogan's spirals in his right pant leg. And I have to be using my lower body well in order to create that kind of look through my pants. I'll tell you, this is not bad extension, but it is nothing close to Mr. Hogan. That's the one thing that post-impact acceleration and rotation is where my focus is right now, because I can certainly continue to improve there. But I think that we can see pretty well that I'm working around that lead leg at this point, and that carries me up to a full finish on my front leg. So let's go back to the top here and take a look at this one more time. So I feel like I'm rotating around my right leg like it's a post here. And then I fall to my left side here. And then I rotate around my lead leg. I feel like my swing is a 1-2-3 action. I've talked about the 3-part swing in the past. So the one thing I want to leave you with is the idea that I always talk about that I learned from Greg McHatton, that latest is greatest. The rush to put the club face on the ball ruins golf swings. Just leave it behind and turn like the devil. That's what I'm doing here. And you know what? I think it works pretty well. So come on out to the next intensive. It is going to be insane. We've got people coming in from around the world. So it's September 28th and 29th, and I hope to see you there. Hit 'em long and hit 'em straight.
Hi, my name is Lance. I'm from Chicago. I came out to Pasadena here to work with Christo. And I want to say that it has been one of the best times of my life. it's helped me out tremendously. I've been here for 2 days now working with Christo, and I feel like my game is better than it's ever been. And it's a classic swing, good on the body, and I believe in it. I've seen the success personally, and I recommend anybody out there that is looking to help their game to check out the MSC system. Just highly recommend it. And if anybody gets a chance to come out and see Christo personally, I highly recommend that too. I could go on and say so many good things about it, but it's cool. It's really cool, and I recommend it.